Dog's deed is done.
What can I say? They were the best. They really stood out. They put it all together when it counts, and that's what the sport's all about.
What a routine.
And that just may do it for Georgia here tonight.
Wow.
The Gym Dog Show is brought to you by Gem City Steel. Gem City Steel, serving the steel needs of the Southeast since 1978.
Hello and welcome to the season premiere of the Georgia Gym Dog Show. I'm Kevin Kopp, joined by head coach of the Gym Dogs, Jay Clark. Coach, as we enter our 13th season on the air, let's take some time right at the top of the show and thank our sponsors, beginning with Gem City Steel, as well as the 10-0 Club, Athens Orthopedic Clinic, the Other Printer Incorporated, and Alpha Helicopters. And Coach, we've got a lot of gymnastics to catch up on here in the first week. 4 meets already under your belt, including a tri-meet in Denver, so we're going to try to get to it all within 30 minutes time, beginning with most recently the SEC opener and a big win, a 196.65 in a win over Auburn at Stegman Coliseum.
Absolutely. And the thing, Kevin, about this meet that we just finished that you mentioned is that the team has shown so much resiliency and so much toughness and grit. They've had so many things thrown at them by way of injury and illness and all sorts of things, and to the point where we had 9 kids that really were injured or affected in some way in this meet. So I'm just excited about the way they've gotten started and the consistency that they've shown in their performance. You know, we've been working very hard with our message being win today and stay in the now, and they're doing a great job of staying on message, and I just couldn't be more proud of the way that they've started the season.
There are so many storylines in the early part of the season. We won't be able to get to them all within this first episode, but I think if you had to pick just one story this early in the year, it's got to be the emergence of Athens native freshman Lindsey Cheek, as she has just done it all for this team.
Yeah, well, she's probably the hottest commodity that nobody knows about yet, but it looks like people are beginning to know who she is, and we knew when we got her that we were getting a competitor. You know, we thought maybe we'd have to clean some things up and upgrade her in a couple of places, and we do. But it's amazing the progress that she's made, and every opportunity she's been given, she's absolutely capitalized on. And we knew, like I said, we knew what we were getting. We were getting a competitor, and the kid has grown up her whole life sitting in this Coliseum wanting to be a Georgia gymnast, and she's making the most of the opportunity that she has.
Well, you are going to see a lot of Lindsey Cheek in the highlights from Georgia's win over Auburn. Again, a 196.65 for the Gym Dogs. Let's take a look at the highlights from Friday night.
Lindsey Cheek up for us on vault, the freshman from Watkinsville, Georgia, right here in town. Big Yurchenko full, nails the landing. That's the second time she's stuck it already this season, and this kid just continues to grow, and as her role expands for us, and she's very excited. Hillary Morrow doing the Yurchenko 1.5 earlier this year than she has in years past, and that's the best one she's done so far. We've really been focusing on amplitude of our vaults early in the season and not so much on stuck landings. So we move over to bars, and freshman Kat Hires, who did bars for us at Denver, gets thrown into the lineup tonight as a result of Shayla Worley being sick. She's from Tampa. You see a little separation of the legs there. Pretty nice pike Jaeger. Good handstand work from her on this night. Overshoot to handstand was good. The toe on uphill. She's getting ready for her dismount here. It's a double layout. I'd like her to correct that shape on the Giant a little bit, but a good strong dismount. I don't mind that step this time of year. And then Lindsey Cheek going in Shayla Worley's spot at the end of the lineup. Lindsey's been training an upgrade to her dismount and has not done bars for us yet. So we didn't anticipate having to use her. So the day before this meet, we put a Giant full double tuck in that you'll see here at the end. A huge Tkachev there. You'll notice how big that thing is, turns over. I'd like to get those feet looking a little more pointed, but I feel pretty good about this routine overall. She hits all of her handstands. And then right here, doing a Giant full double tuck that she'd only done for a day, and sticks the landing and gets a big score for us when we needed it, because we were going to have to count a fall on this particular rotation. And then after a fall from Cassidy McComb, Laura Moffitt, who is a freshman from Kennesaw, Georgia, right here in our home state. Her first routine, she just came off a concussion and has been training beam for all of about 3 days after being out with the concussion. Starts us out with a nice flip-flop layout there for her series. And we put her up in the last spot with thinking that the first 5 would hit, and that would take the pressure off for her and she could kind of compete freely. Nice switch sleep to straddle jump there for 1/10 a bonus. And we really think we've got something in Laura Moffitt. She is she's a lot more talented than I think people realize, and we've got a lot of gymnastics left in that body. I think she can contribute for us on bars, beam, and floor before it's all said and done. Side summy there. She did have a little foot slip there, but she was able to save it. It wasn't a huge wobble, nothing too major there. And then she gets ready for her dismount, which is a cartwheel gainer full off the side. She is doing a double full in the gym, and you can see how nice and high that is. She normally sticks that, and she's doing a double full, which is going to get her another 10th bonus. And Laura may be a kid that can get in our beam lineup on a regular basis here pretty soon. It's nice to see her hit when she needed to. Then another Georgia hometown girl, Marielle Box. Came here as a walk-on out of Calhoun, Georgia. Struggled staying healthy the first couple of years. Whip, immediate double tuck, first pass done beautifully. Comes back in the middle, that's a front lay. That's going to be a front lay to Rudy. Middle pass. But with our health situation, we haven't wanted too much difficulty right now with the girls we have going. You saw her tuck double there. She did stumble a little on that, not much. It's probably the only deduction because the whip immediate double full at the end was nailed. Very, very clean. And just a great routine for Marielle Box. Probably the best performance that she's had. And I don't mean just in terms of the tumbling. I'm talking about her face and her eyes and just the way she moved through that routine. The artistry of that routine is greatly improved from where it was in week 1.
The Gym Dog Show is brought to you by Gem City Steel. Gem City Steel, serving the steel needs of the Southeast since 1978. The Tenno Booster Club. The Tenno Booster Club is the official booster club of the Georgia Gym Dogs. Alpha Helicopters. Alpha Helicopters serving Atlanta skies for over 25 years. The Other Printer. The Other Printer. So many projects, so little time. And by Athens Orthopedic Clinic. Athens Orthopedic Clinic serving Georgia athletes for over 40 years.